Hey everybody, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Porkchop from 92Q. Here to talk to my good friends, Miss Sarah and Miss Francesca. And you know it's that time. Cash Campaign of Maryland. It's time to do everything we got to do for our finances. And this time, of course, it's virtual. But I miss seeing y'all. I miss being at Poly and the big area with the money cash thing going on and all the people around there. So let's get straight to what we need to be talking about. Sarah, can you tell me what is free tax preparation? What is it?
Well, it's so good to see you and miss my hugs.
I know.
So we are not, the Cash Campaign of Maryland is a nonprofit organization, and we do free tax preparation, free, believe it or not.
Wow.
And we've been doing this for a long time. We've, been talking to you about free tax preparation for a while. So I know a lot of the folks who listen to you regularly have probably heard some of this before, but we're out here trying to make sure people know about how to improve their finances and how to make their life a better place with their money, right? So that's what we're all about.
And Francesca, who is eligible for this program? Who can get it?
Basically, anyone who made under $57,000 in the year 2020 is eligible for our free tax preparation services. So again, if you made under $57,000, if you're an individual or a family, we want to see you at our tax sites to get your taxes done for free.
Now, we're going through COVID. We know everybody's not face-to-face with each other. What is being done for safety reasons with you guys and people trying to get their taxes done?
Well, I'll kick that off and I can kick it to Francesca. So we really take safety seriously. We actually pivoted to doing virtual last March when everything shut down. We took a breath and we've actually been doing things in sort of a remote way, a little bit behind the scenes, ramping this up. So luckily we had a little practice before everything sort of went haywire last March. So you're right. We're doing everything virtually. We're using all the PPE, the protective equipment, and following CDC guidelines to make sure that everyone is safe. And we take that really seriously, both for our staff and for our volunteers and for our clients, of course, who are coming to get tax preparation. So there's two ways that people can file with us, again, for free, doing things virtually. So the first is 100% virtual. So we never see each other face to face. We only work together via Zoom or via phone. And we can talk a little bit about the details of like how that works. And then the other way is where you come to one of our sites in Baltimore City, and you can in person come in with your tax documents, meet with a tax professional. Again, we'll have plexiglass up. We're able to make sure that we've got masks. You need to wear a mask. The client needs to wear a mask. We wear a mask. We review the documents. We scan them. And then we give them back to you. And then we say goodbye. And then we make another follow-up appointment and we work with you remotely again that way. So that kind of takes the pain out of some of the document transfer that has to happen online, which is the way you do it 100% virtual. So we've got those two sort of methods for doing taxes with us this year. Anything else I should add, Francesca?
Yeah, so we that was great, but we've got two great videos on our website that explain that process, because we understand that we can say all the different steps, but sometimes people really want to see and have those steps broken down for them. So if you go to our website, bemorefreetaxes.org, you can check out those two videos that will explain in depth how we're doing everything via drop-off or virtually. As Sarah said, we really wanted to take the pain out of both of these processes because we know that some folks don't have access to computers or internet and may not feel comfortable, and we want to make sure that we can see everybody who, wherever you are, whether you're comfortable with your computer or not. If you, want to make sure you hand us your documents, even though all the documents are definitely safe and secure, we've taken all the measures and all the security steps. The IRS has been a really great partner with us, making sure that we can keep all taxpayer information safe. But, if folks definitely want to hand that stuff to us, we have made sure that we have processes, everything is safe so that, we can manage that option as well.
Now, you said people can come in. Where are you located? Is it just in Baltimore or is there anywhere else they can go?
That's a great question. So so I'll cover the Baltimore City part, and then I'll keep Francesca. So we have sites all over Baltimore City that are for drop off, right? So for us to collect your documents and scan them. People who've taken advantage of our services before know that you can make an appointment and come and sit in the waiting room while we sit face to face with someone. So that's off the table in every site that we know of. Everyone's doing things remotely. And so the best way to find a site near you is still our website. So if you go to bemorefreetaxes.org, I know it's scrolling at the bottom of the page here, but if you go to bemorefreetaxes.org, there's an icon on the right-hand side. There's a map, the same map you folks have seen before, that'll pop up and tell you all the locations around Baltimore City where you can schedule an appointment. You have to schedule an appointment to show up, drop off your tax documents, or to do anything virtually with us for tax preparation.
So you hear that, people? There's no walk-ins. Don't think you just get the taxes and walk on up in there. I have a great question.
People will try, though. Porkchop.
Don't show up. Don't show up. Keep everybody safe. Don't show up.
Yeah, no crowds, please. No crowds. Francesca, did you want to talk about the statewide sites?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, we do have sites across the state. Again, as Sarah said, people are doing everything a little bit differently. So the best way to find information about which partners are offering either virtual or drop-off options is, again, going to be our website at bemorefreetaxes.org. That's going to have not only the location, but also how the site is doing things, whether or not they're able to see you in person via drop-off, or if they're virtual only, and how you can make those appointments.
All right. I got a question for you guys. My wife always talks about this, but I never know what it is. What is earned income tax credit?
Oh, that's all Francesca.
And you know what it is. We talk about it every year, but thank you for asking. It's a great question. The earned income tax credit is basically a credit for people who work but don't have very high incomes. The only way that you get it is by filing your tax return. So it's really, really important that you do that. And it, is just that extra boost of extra money that comes on your tax return that can really help folks. We know that, last year was a tough year. This year is a tough year as well. The IRS has also made some, expansions around the earned income tax credit to really help folks because it is a credit for people who work. And so we know that there are a lot of folks that were unfortunately out of work. And so they have done some things to expand how people get access to the earned income tax credit. But again, it's a credit for people who work but don't have very high incomes. And the only way you can get it is by filing your tax return. Okay.
Now, Cash Campaign of Maryland is doing financial coaching. This is my first time of hearing this. How you get coached financially? What is it?
Well, so, the name CASH stands for Creating Assets, Savings, and Hope, right? And we've been doing taxes in Baltimore City for 20 years. So this is not a new thing. And what we know is taxes is a transaction, right? That's like, you have to do it every year. It's back and forth. And that brings people into our offices and the offices of our partners. And what we hear when people have got every receipt, right? They come with, we joke that it's the Baltimore briefcase. They come in with their plastic bag full of every receipt they ever had. And they need to start a business, right? They turn that side hustle into a business, or they've done, they've got all their tax documents and they have a lot of questions about their finances. And so what we know is taxes is just one step. We got to build on that. And so we developed financial coaching, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You know what a coach does on the sideline if you've ever played sports or ever watched a sporting event, right? They're helping you figure out plays. There you go. They're helping you develop the plays. They're there to troubleshoot when things don't go well. They're there to give you a pep talk. They're there to hold you accountable to show up for 6 a.m. run. That kind of thing. So that's what a coach does. And that's exactly what a financial coach does. It's really driven by the client or the person to set that financial goal and to come up with the steps and then pivot when challenges come up, because that's life. So we're really excited. We've been offering financial coaching for years now. And we actually are partnering with another nonprofit who has a real specialty in offering coaching. We were using volunteers before, and they're lovely and wonderful people. But it was, we know that people have all these financial questions. So we wanted to make sure that we're always looking out for our people. We want to make sure you've got the highest quality services. So if you want to receive a coach, and again, this is free, and it is offered in several different languages. So both English and Spanish, I know for sure. And I think they may have Chinese or Japanese. I forget now what they've just added a third language. So it is great to be able to receive this financial coaching. It's all done virtually, and it's directed by you to set your financial goal. And it's just someone there to help you out and help you think and troubleshoot what your next steps could be, to help build a budget, reduce debt, save for an asset. That could be a house, a car, even something smaller, right? Like those small goals add up. So we really recommend financial coaching. It's a really powerful tool to work on your finances.
And you said are y'all two coaches? Are you and Francesca coaches, or there's a whole other group of people that's coach?
I have worked as a coach, I've trained coaches, and Francesca has helped with some of that too, because we of course train our coaches to talk about the earned income tax credit and other things, so they know about those things. And I've also received coaching. So I've been on both sides of it, so just because you are a coach doesn't mean you don't also sometimes need the help.
Right.
So those are really important things. It's like you hit the goal or you hit a snag and you need to sort of think about now what, right? Or your life changes, right? Like I had twins, totally changed my financial, right? Like double the diapers, double the
right. Oh my goodness. How they doing now? Your twins are good now?
They're great. They're 6.
Ooh, so big.
They're basically in charge of me. Yeah, they help me get ready for my fancy interview, and so there's basically lipstick all over my bathroom at this point.
All right, I got another question for you guys. There's also a financial planning program. That's different from the coaching, right?
It is. So to be a certified financial planner or a CFP, you may have seen those credentials after someone's name before. So that's an actual degree. That's something that people have to go to school for. They've got to pass tests for. They have to keep up their certification, which means they've got to go different classes every year to keep up with the latest and greatest. So don't take financial advice from someone who is not a CFP, please. Our coaches do not offer financial advice, right? They're there to help you navigate and problem solve, and might have some ideas of places to look for resources, but they're not going to say invest in this mutual fund or here's how to maximize your retirement fund, right? But a certified financial planner has those skills and has that level of certification to give you that feedback. And so a certified financial we've recruited volunteers basically to work with us. What we found is people go through coaching and they get to a point where they're like, all right, so now I've saved, I've paid down debt, I've worked on my credit score, I've got a little bit of money now. Now what? What do I do with it? I just got a new job and I've got this retirement thing, but like, I don't know, like I want to take advantage of the match, but I don't know how to do it. So it's not, my point is it's not for someone who's in an emergency, right? It's for someone who's financially got some money going on, but they're trying to figure out what to do with it and probably can't pay their really expensive fees, because a lot of these folks don't work with people who are not making like $250,000 or more, right? So these are volunteers that work with high wealth individuals, really help everyday folks work on their finances. So that's what we're trying to help make sure we connect people to. And again, it's all on our website. So you go to cashmd.org or the bemorefreetaxes.org. You can find that how to register and get connected.
Now, a great question, because it just hit me. When do we start going to get our taxes done? Y'all are open right now, right?
Yep.
Yes, we are. That's a great question, Porkchop. Thank you. We are open right now doing taxes. However, there is a caveat. The IRS has said that they're not going to start accepting tax returns until February 12th. There was a lot of stuff going on last year. So the IRS needed some of that extra time to really get all of their systems in place and make sure that they have everything that they need. So we had to, they are saying that they're not going to be ready to accept tax returns until the 12th. Even though we are doing taxes, we just want to let everyone know that we are keeping them until the IRS is open for processing, which again is not going to be until February 12th. However, we still encourage folks to make those appointments, to come and see us, get those virtual appointments, get everything ready so that when the IRS is ready to accept those returns, that they are already in the queue and can get their tax refunds as soon as possible.
Biggest question and conspiracy theory that I have about taxes. Last year, when they gave us the stimulus check or whatever, they were saying that this is going to come out of our taxes. Is that true, false, or what?
That is a great question. And I got a lot of that last year, and I had to keep telling my friends, stop getting tax advice from TikTok and other not trustworthy social media outlets. This is where you have to check where information is coming from. So no, the stimulus payments are not coming out of your taxes. They were an advanced credit that is going to be on your 2020 tax return. So you're not losing any money. So either you got all of the money in these advanced stimulus payments, or if you didn't, you are able to claim them on your 2020 tax return, but it's not going to reduce any refunds that you were entitled to receive. So it was extra money. It's whether you got it. Yeah, I know. It's whether you got it in advance or you're going to get it on your tax return. The IRS created those options because, there were a lot of folks that did need to do certain things. So if you don't normally file a tax return, you did have to use their non-filer tool, and that had some deadlines. So people might have, missed the opportunity. So there is still the opportunity to claim the funds for your stimulus on your 2020 tax return.
Well, I'm looking into the audience right now because people are coming in with questions, and somebody just asked me to ask you guys, is that money taxable?
Yeah, that's a great question. The stimulus payments are not taxable income. They, again, are money that was needed, that was provided so that folks could have, some of that extra funds to tide them over, especially if they were dealing with any economic hardships, such as losing a job or losing wages. So it's not taxable income.
Okay. Now, is it a cost for any of the coaching, the planning program? Does it cost anything?
Nope. All of our services are 100% free.
Wow.
No cost.
for nothing that the Cash Campaign has to offer.
That's right. We're a nonprofit, so we do fundraising. We don't work for free, right?
Right.
So we do our services for free. We raise money, so we're very fortunate to be supported by local foundations, national foundations, the IRS, local donors who care a lot about this work, to be able to provide all of these services for free. And again, just free doesn't mean low quality, right? But we really care that this is high quality service. We're highly regulated by the IRS. Everyone goes through certification and training, and we're really proud of our high quality and rating by the IRS.
Now, for those who's just joining in, it's your boy Porkchop 92Q. We're live with the Cash Campaign of Maryland with Sarah and Francesca. They're giving us everything we need to know about our taxes, everything. Another question for the audience. Explain about the IRS certification for free tax prep.
Right. Thanks. That's a great question, Porkchop. So we work with volunteers. We train them and we make sure that they get certified by the IRS. So we give them extensive training, actually, more than most paid tax preparers receive, actually. And also they have to pass certain certification exams in order to be able to provide free tax preparation services. So there are 5 different levels that folks can certify, and that kind of dictates the kinds of tax returns that they can do. And we have a very extensive intake and interview process to make sure that every taxpayer that comes through our doors gets a thorough interview and gets matched with a tax preparer who has the knowledge and has passed the certification exam provided by the IRS that allows them to do that tax return. So we are all about providing quality services and accurate tax returns.
Can you guys tell me a little bit about the Maryland Cash Academy? What is that?
Sure. So the Maryland Cash Academy is a one-stop shop. It's a website to go to, and we can drop it into the chat, I think. So it's mdcashacademy.org. So if you go to this website, you'll find a ton of information. So this is really a place to take financial education classes. What we found is that there might be some financial education classes happening out there, but a couple things. Some of them are pretty shady. They might be so buyer beware, right?
Yes.
And sometimes they're not open to the general public, right? They're classes that are just for maybe a workforce program or for a training program. They're not really open for everybody. So we thought that it would be really important to have a place to go and a place to send people. So the Maryland Cash Academy is that place to go receive free financial education resources and classes. So we vet everything. We also teach a lot of the classes, but we also find people in this field who are retired or educators who know a lot about certain topics like investments or things like that. And we vet their curriculum and give them airtime, promote their classes, and people can register again for free for this financial information. So it really is a breadth of different things on sort of how to start a will, how to do investing, how to do budgeting, how to pay down debt, how to build credit, all those different topics. Right now, we have a ton of information on our website, again, all virtual. So we used to do in-person classes. And again, this is statewide. So anywhere we can launch these things around the state, we try and make them accessible in every county. But now with everything being virtual, we have a ton of recordings on there. If you've got questions about your taxes, about the economic stimulus payments, about dealing with debt, about dealing with unemployment, all those type of things. We've got a ton of free webinars that are there. So sign up for them, first of all, and take them at your leisure. Like some of them you can play on demand, but if you want to, we also repeat a lot of them regularly. So then you're live with the instructor to be able to ask questions. So if you go to mdcashacademy.org, you'll see all those resources and you can register. If you want to get updates, I should mention too that on our website, you can also sign up to get our e-newsletter. So that'll send you regular updates of when new classes have posted. So if you want to go there, you can sign up to cashmd.org. You can go into the contact information there and sign up for our e-newsletters.
How long is the classes? Like, say if I wanted to do a class, how long is it?
They're anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Yeah, no, it's a bite of time. Yeah, I mean, I think it's well worth it. And again, if you're interactive then with the teacher, and if you've got specific questions, you can really get down to some of the more the finer details of things if you've got specific questions.
Now, as a lazy fat boy, do you have to take all of the classes?
No, this is very much a la carte.
Right. All is whatever you're interested in.
Yeah, we have to maximize on the motivation when people have it. It's the same thing with tax time, right? Some people come to us outside of tax season, but right now we're real busy.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of people who want right. So we're like out that we're trying to meet that demand. And it's the same way with the Cash Academy. We want to make sure that we've got everything on demand, these hot topics all the time for people to sign up for them. So you don't have to take one after the other to get to the question you have, right? So you can take it a la carte however you like it.
This probably be the biggest tax season of our life. For some reason, this is going to be the one. Because of what we went through.
We're already tired, man. I'm telling you.
We've been through a whole lot as a country, globally. Man, can you help people start a small business? Because I wanted to start a business, and I was like, maybe I should talk to Sarah or Francesca before I do anything.
That is very wise of you.
That is very wise. So yes, we can help people at our Be More collab. It's a collaborative space where we're working with a bunch of other organizations that are geared and targeted to helping folks get their small businesses off the ground. And so that there is a link to that on our website at cashmd.org. And they also have a Facebook page, and there you can find a list of different services for those small business entrepreneurial folks that are really trying to, either turn their side hustle into their main business, or want a little bit more information. And just want to bring it back to one thing that Sarah was saying about the Cash Academy is that right now we have a really great a webinar that is being offered every week to talk to folks about the tax time and savings, as well as financial capability. Also, they provide a lot of information about our tax programming, how to do the drop-off visit, how to do the virtual tax prep, and then what to do with your refund. Savings, we hope, spend some, save some, but we know it's real, and folks do have bills to pay, and so they do give some great tips and insight on how to manage all of that. So again, to plug the Cash Academy, we do have that great class that's being offered live every week right now.
I did have a question, but it went away from one of the just went away.
There it is.
There you go. Do we have to pay taxes on our relief payments?
Right. And I know it's such an important question because we get asked it so many times, but no, there is no tax payments on your, and no taxes to be paid on your relief payments. That is just income that was provided from the government in order to help folks through these, uncertain times.
But I think it's important to mention that if someone received unemployment, which is a relief for a lot of people who need
Right.
those checks, right? To make sure they're paying bills and paying rent. That is taxable income, which is different than the economic stimulus payment that people received.
Exactly. And so we know that a lot of folks, this is their first time getting unemployment. So it's really, really important that people are aware of the fact that unemployment taxes are unfortunately included in your taxable income, and you will have to pay taxes on them. We also do want to plug that as that relief is being provided, folks are able to reach out to, the Department of Labor and let them know that they would like to have some taxes withheld. It is possible to have taxes taken out of unemployment, if folks are able to. We know that, again, times are tough and folks need every dollar that they can, but if they are able to, they can request to have taxes withheld from those payments. And again, the most important thing to know is that those payments are includable in taxable income and will have to be paid taxes on them.
I was very ignorant to the fact that when you get unemployment, y'all just told me. I didn't know you was doing taxes. I thought you didn't have to do taxes if you collected unemployment.
Yeah, that's what we think a lot of people think. And it's unfortunate. You do have to pay taxes. There was a time years ago when we had a different set of relief unemployment benefits where there was an ability to exclude some of that, but Congress didn't decide that. So they could have, and unfortunately they didn't. So right now we are in a space where unemployment is considered taxable income, has to be included on your tax return. Even if unemployment is the only income that you received in the year, you still have to file your tax return to account for that income.
And to be clear, Sarah and Francesca, unemployment is 2/3 of what you usually would get, right? What I'm trying to understand is how do we pay taxes on something that we already had money for? That it's kind of like
that's less than what you were making, right?
Less than what you're supposed to get in.
Yeah. So I can't. Don't quote me on that figure. That sounds right to me. But again, I don't deal with how that gets dispersed. So definitely don't quote me on saying that that's right. But, agreed. There could have been some different ways to handle unemployment income, but Congress just didn't do it that way. And so unfortunately, this is what we have to deal with. So if you know folks that are getting unemployment and that haven't been here, let them know. A great way to get information like this is, again, to sign up for our newsletter or follow us on social media. We're always posting things about, taxes because we are tax people. And so we've been putting this on our social media to get the word out about this since, I think October, because, we realize that a lot of first-time folks are getting unemployment this year and may not realize how that's going to affect their taxes.
But this is the whole point of why we're here, right, Porkchop? Because every year the tax code changes, and some things that were changes that were made several years ago are just now beginning to take effect. And so people have forgotten about it. Right now they're like looking at their like, what the heck? And so that's why we have training for volunteers. We stay up on all the laws, and our job, in addition to doing the taxes, is doing things like this to make sure people get the right information. So we want to be that trusted resource to make sure that people know where to go to get all the great information and to get their taxes done for free. So we know a lot of people needed to claim unemployment this year. Please make sure we help to spread the word. They need to file.
Yeah.
We just had a question real quick. Robin wants to know, can we get taxes taken out of our unemployment check so we don't have to pay later? And you said that, Francesca.
I did. But again, it's a great question and people need to hear it over and over again. Again, if you are able to, you can contact the Department of Labor in Maryland and oh my gosh, it's escaping me, who you contact for the federal payments, but you can request that they withhold some of your payments back for federal and state taxes. And again, if you're able to, we know, again, times are hard and folks may not be able to, but again, the information that we really want people to know is that it is taxable and they do have to pay taxes on it, unfortunately. But if they have the opportunity to hold back even $20 or $50, out of every unemployment check, every little bit helps, to pay down what might unfortunately be owed. You want to owe the IRS and the comptroller as little as possible, because if you aren't aren't able to pay, there are interest and penalties. So you want to make that number as small as possible. And so again, if you are able to hold back anything, definitely take the steps to do that. And we can update our FAQs to include where you can reach out to, where you should request to have those taxes taken out.
All right, what sort of documents do you need to get your taxes done for free by cash?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Everybody get a pen and paper, though.
Right,
so you can
write this down. It's a long list. But you, again, can make sure to check out our website, bemorefreetaxes.org. That has the complete list of all of the things that you need to bring to your tax appointment. But really, most importantly, we are going to need your photo ID. We are going to need the Social Security cards for the primary taxpayers and any dependents that they're going to be claiming. We need to have those. That is how the IRS wants us to verify identity. We know that identity theft is rampant, so we want to make sure that you are who you say you are. That's required of the IRS. We want to make sure that your identity is safe. You need to bring all of the things that usually would come in an envelope that said important tax document enclosed, even though we're in a digital era now. So you might not get those envelopes anymore, but those include your W-2s, any 1099s that you might get, 1099-R, 1099-G is going to be the unemployment reporting document. So that's a really big one. We encourage everyone to get direct deposit because that's the fastest way that you can get your refund. So we're going to need some bank account information. So avoid a check or a statement from your bank that has your routing and account number. And again, a bunch of other things, but those are really the main documents. Also, if you have any information about the stimulus that you might have received, either last year or at the end of the year or earlier this year, the IRS sent out documents, the form 1444, 1444 with everyone's payments. But we know that sometimes that stuff goes in the trash because that's how it is. So you may not have saved it, but you might have a bank statement that shows how much your direct deposit was. That'll help us, make sure that you get all of the recovery rebate credit on your tax return that you're entitled to. So if you have any of that information, definitely bring it to us. Additionally, if you have your 2019 tax return, definitely bring that to us as well, especially if you're interested in taking the earned income tax credit. As I said at the top of the hour, that we were talking about how the IRS has expanded how you can get that credit and make work pay. So definitely bring your 2019 return. And if you have any health insurance documents, especially if you got Obamacare or purchased your insurance through the healthcare exchange, we definitely need to see your 1095A. So again, a long list. We hope you wrote down some of it, you remembered some of it, but if not, definitely go to our website at bemorefreetaxes.org. That's going to have everything I said and so much more to really make your tax appointment a pleasant experience.
I have a question.
We got some smart people on our team, man.
I know y'all do, man. Y'all been around for years.
She's raffling off form numbers.
Man,
I'm blazing my brain.
I'm like,
I have a great
tax people.
Myself. Myself need to know this, and I don't think somebody else need to know, but it's a question.
All right. What you got?
The tax year starts and begins like a calendar year. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So the taxes I didn't know that. I thought it was like February to February or something crazy. So it's January 1st.
January 1st to December 31st. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And every year is different. So we often get a lot of calls from folks like, can we all do them all together? Can we put, the last 3 years on one form? And that's not how it works. Unfortunately, we have to file a tax return for every single year. Again, as Sarah said, sometimes the tax laws change. And so one thing that, was a credit last year isn't a credit this year. So it's really, really important that folks do file timely in the year when taxes are due, because we can't put them all together. You have to file a tax return for every single year separately.
Yes, my tax person messed me up.
Oh, no.
This was years before the cash campaign.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened. But we also have a list of things to look out for. So we understand that we can't serve everybody because, again, you have to make under $57,000. But on our website, we do have great tips on how you can make sure that you're getting a reputable tax preparer doing your taxes who's going to do the right thing by you.
And someone that comes in the day. What was the statement you said about February 12th, that it doesn't really start to the 12th?
Right. So we are able to prepare tax returns, get everything all done and ready, but the IRS is not open to processing tax returns until February 12th. So we can't hit the magic button that says go until February 12th, but we are, again, encouraging people to file early so that they can get in the queue. And when the IRS does open for business, we can press those buttons and get those refunds out to folks that need them.
So this should be a red flag for anyone who's like, wait a minute, this place down the street said that they could get my taxes back and I can get my refund so I can pay my rent next month before anybody else. It's just not true.
That's not true. That's right.
This is not true.
Something shady is going on. Nobody can file a tax.
These stories already, right? Like this is what happens when these rules keep shifting and changing. It leaves room for bad actors to do their business. And so we want to make sure, again, we're getting the right information out there. The IRS is not accepting tax returns until the 12th of February, but you can get your taxes done now and they'll be waiting, ready to go electronically filed to the IRS on the 12th.
Don't some paid preparers say they'll do taxes for free too?
Yeah, there are some folks that will say that they will do your taxes for free. But again, as Sarah said, buyer beware. The devil is in the details. So sometimes, you'll come in and say, I'm here for a tax return and maybe the federal will be free, but then, it's an arm and a leg for the state because that's not in the fine print. Or they might say that, we have to charge that the filing, that the preparing is free, but then there's filing, processing, storage fees. We've seen some really exorbitant and outrageous fees from some paid preparers. So again, as we said, we know that we can't serve everybody. We want to serve as many people as possible, but we do have some limitations around income. And of course, we can't serve everyone, but go to our website, check out all the different things that you should be on the lookout for to make sure that you're getting your taxes done by someone reputable. And, if someone does say that they're going to do your taxes for free, again, make sure that you ask for, all of the information. Is the filing free? Is the storage free? Like, is the state free? Make sure that you can read every single detail that's available to you, because as I said, the devil is in the details and it might be free, but it might not really be free.
Yeah.
They're doing promotions.
Yes, right?
They're promotions is what they are. They're like a teaser to get people in the door. And then there's a gotcha moment, right? So just be careful about those.
Exactly.
And if you have any questions about whether or not the person preparing your taxes is registered and licensed or is reputable and doesn't have a bunch of outstanding concerns, go to our website, go to bemorefreetaxes.org. There's a link there that will take you to the websites to check their name in the database to see if they are a good actor or not in this space. So please know that resource is available to you.
Listen, right. The comptroller has a list.
The comptroller keeps a list. So check them.
That's all you need to understand. It's in your website. Be more free. Taxes.
I know that website is so chock full of stuff. I know that people are probably like trying to sift through that thing like a forest because it's so full. But this time of year, there's just so much to talk about, right? So many details.
Exactly. Did they change the end date for taxes? Is it still April 15th?
So right now it is April 15th, but they do have the authority to move that goalpost later on. They did it last year. We are expecting that might happen, but we haven't heard anything yet. But they do have the ability to say that they will extend it to July as they did last year or some other date. So we're just waiting to see if that is what's going to happen. But it doesn't, this is a compressed tax season. If they leave it as is, that means we only have 2 months to get everyone's taxes filed, which isn't really a lot of time. So we're kind of in a wait and see mode right now. But as of right now, it's April 15th still, but that could change. So everyone stay tuned.
I just wanted to mention, Porkchop, we've heard that there are a lot of people calling our number, and I know it's scrolling, but I'm obliged to say it one more time. So to call for an appointment, it's 410-234-8008, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we know that people are struggling to try and get through on that phone line because it is jammed. People really want to get an appointment with us, and we appreciate that. We're doing the good work of getting the word out there. Yep. So people want to try and do their own taxes, right? And if they meet the income guideline, if you go to our website, bemorefreetaxes.org, on the right-hand side of the page is an icon that says Free File Alliance, IRS Free File. So some of these organizations, TurboTax in particular, does offer their software for free for families or individuals that made $39,000 or less. So if you are good with numbers, or you have a particularly like 1 or 2 W-2s, a more simple tax return, give it a try. It's free if you meet the income guidelines, and it might be a nice way to just get these taxes off your plate and get that off your list as something to do.
Right.
And this is money. You don't have to pay for the software.
Exactly.
All right.
And
Sue real quick, Sue from Facebook wants to know, does you help people learn how to get credit reports? Do y'all do credit reports?
We have a lot of great information about how to improve your credit, how to read your credit score, how to pull your credit risk score. All that good stuff is on the Maryland Cash Academy. So we have a lot of great, again, resources there on building credit and how to check your credit score, which is a really important way, right, to care about your finance, to protect your finances, is to know what your credit score is. It goes up and down, right, with your finances. So making sure that you're keeping an eye on it, and making sure that there's no credit theft, right? That's like all up and up. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to mention that at our tax sites, we are also helping people save. So if folks are interested in purchasing a savings bond, you can do that right on your tax return. You want to get them for your kids, for them to, go to for a college, or to get them started with the idea of savings. We are able to split a refund. And so folks can purchase savings bonds. It's the only time of the year that you can actually get a paper bond. They don't actually sell those anymore. You have to go and set up a Treasury Direct account, which I guess is kind of cool, but it's not the same as having, your paper bonds sent to you in your name. You get that paper, you can feel it. So tax time is a really great time to be thinking about savings, and we can help you do that at our tax sites with the savings bond, you splitting your refund using Form 8888.
I got a question then. I haven't heard the word savings bonds in years, right? I thought it was finished with. I thought it was over. Would it be wise for me to open up an account for my child or buy a savings bond?
Oh, that is a really, really good question. And who would be amazing to help you with that? One of our CFPs, our certified financial planners, can help you look over all the stuff that you got going on and help you make that decision. So again, I just want to plug our...
I thought Sarah can answer this.
I got something.
There are the 529 college savings plans, which is a great resource too. And the state does match those. You have to apply for the match. There is some match money available for folks who are income eligible to help the state put a little away with you. You got to put some money in for it too. So the Maryland 529 for college is an option for you. But I think to Francesca's point, and to your point, like every person's finances are different. So we can't tell you what is right to do for your finances, but you need someone to look at the whole picture. But if you don't know what all the resources are available to you, then you don't know where to start, right? So start with us with a certified financial planner. Go to our website, cashmd.org, request to be matched with one of our certified financial planners. They'll work with you over the phone. You can ask these questions. They'll look again at the whole picture and help you figure out where to start. If your goal is to save money for your child's future, what does that look like, right? Is it a trust fund? Is it college? Is it just that you want to buy them a fancy car? I don't know what your dreams are. But you be you, do your dreams. Have your dreams for your kids.
I'm the one that wants the fancy car. I want to get them in college.
I want to, but I can't get there unless I get on that savings train. Got to get on that savings train.
Exactly.
Do you have to be a certain age to get your taxes done for free?
No, there's no age limit around getting your taxes done for free. Really, it's just the income, $57,000 that's set by the IRS. So again, no age limit. And the same thing for the earned income tax credit. There are a bunch of different requirements around the earned income tax credit that have to do with family size and income, but there isn't an age limit specifically around that, especially in Maryland. So we did some legislation that helped eliminate the age penalty for folks, especially who do not have children. They're able to claim the earned income tax credit on the Maryland side. There's a little bit of a difference on the federal side. You do have to be a certain age if you don't have children. But again, the best way to find out if you're eligible for the earned income tax credit, so again, that's the tax credit that makes work pay, is to make an appointment with one of our tax preparers or get your taxes done virtually with us. And I do, again, want to stress, I know that there is a lot of fear around, what's going on with the coronavirus and all of those things. And I want everyone to know that we are, again, as Sarah said earlier, taking all of the precautions to make sure that our volunteers, our staff, all the clients are safe. Everyone has their PPE. We have everyone coming in at their appointment times, which is, again, why we said we can't have walk-ins, because we're limiting the number of people that can be on at our location at any given time. We really are doing all that we can to make sure that everyone is safe and can still get access to getting their taxes done for free.
And for the people that's coming in for your service, right? How many people do you want them to come in? Say it's me and my wife, and we have kids. Leave the kids at home, right?
Yeah, we're trying to limit the number of people that we have on our sites. So at our sites. So while you do have to bring your wife, yeah, they're just, we might ask you to leave them at home if possible, just because, again, we're trying to keep everyone safe and limit the number of folks that we have on site at any given time. And
speaking of kids, Jack from Facebook says, do you have to have kids to use this service?
Yeah, that's a great question. You do not have to have kids to use this service. We are, we are willing. Yes, thanks, Jack. We are willing and able to serve individuals as well as families. Again, the only limit is really around the income. Under $57,000 or less can call our appointment line 410-234-8008 or check out our website, bemorefreetaxes.org, to make that appointment. We are willing and able to serve you.
And don't forget, it's 9 to 3 p.m. 9 a.m.
9 to 3 p.m.
If you call at 3:05,
exactly.
Yeah. And we know that some people have been used to making their own appointments online, but we had to shut that down this year because it's just, we've had so much changing around with all of our services being virtual. So we had to do the process a little different. So apologies for that. But please call the number to make an appointment. We'll do our very best to get you an appointment.
Now, thank you, Jack. Jack then came back and had a smiley face and a thank you. We appreciate it. Listen, free tax preparation, free financial coaching and planning. Go join the academy for free. Right?
That's right.
People have no reason not to get those finances together. No reason. We're at your fingertips, at your disposal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a money cage will be there for me to grab some money?
I promise, once we're all able to be back in person again at Money Power Day, Porkchop is referring to our Money Power Day event, which is a huge financial fitness event. And we had to do it virtually this year because of COVID. So we were sad not to see everybody in person for all those Money Power Day fans out there. But again, it's a huge resource that we have every year. So we're excited to bring that back next year. Maybe later this year, we don't know, but probably 2022.
Yeah, when it's safe.
We can still do Money Power Day in the summertime. It don't have to be before taxes. Get them ready.
Do taxes in the summertime. Can you have big barbecue doing some taxes? I mean, come on.
Y'all get people that come to y'all during the summer as well?
I mean, outside of tax season, when tax season is over after April 15th, we often do help people with prior year tax returns or back taxes. So people who may not have filed in a while, we'll have a little more time to help them file since the deadline is not so apparent for them at that point. But yeah, so that's when we're doing those type of taxes. But whenever I get a chance to talk to the commissioner of the IRS and have some eye contact with him, it's please make tax season in the summer. It would be so much more fun to have tax season in the summer. We wouldn't have to worry about snow days.
Because theoretically, tax season really never ends. If it's after the dead point, you can really start doing your taxes for next year, right?
Well, you have to wait until the IRS opens. So technically, it's sort
and
of,
you get your documents, right?
Yeah,
So
right,
employers
right.
have until the end of January really to get your documents. So you could be all ready, but you might be missing some components.
Right.
Exactly.
But if you have a business, you might be on a different schedule because business taxes are due at a different time than personal taxes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's what I was asking earlier when I was like,
Yeah.
these
So
are starting
Francesca can speak more to that.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we was waiting for some more questions to come up on Facebook, and we're on YouTube, and we're on 92q.com. So let me see. Let me make sure we got everything covered. Everything covered. Start doing it. Go online, set up an appointment, right?
Right.
Or they can come in, or you can do it through Zoom.
So the way that drop-off works is that we schedule appointments for about 15 minutes for the client to come in to provide us with their documents. We verify their identity, we make copies of everything, and then we give them all their documents back. And then the rest of the tax preparation is done either by phone or by Zoom if folks have access to computers and want to have that face-to-face connection. But if they don't, we can do it by phone. And then the idea is that we only see them that one time so that we can get the documents, and then we do tax preparation over the phone or by Zoom, and then they sign virtually as well. But we know, again, that there are some folks that might have some limitations around technology. So there's opportunities for them to come back to the location to sign if they do need to do that. And now we also have virtual, which is 100% virtual, which means we never see folks in person. So we utilize a mobile app. So all you need is a smartphone, and you can download the app that we have that really links the client to the software. They send us all of their documents through the app, and and we do tax preparation again, either through Zoom or on the phone. And then when all that is said and done, they get to sign in the app. So, they don't ever come to us, we don't interact with them in person at all. So if folks are, afraid of not wanting to go to a place in person, we can do that. It's, contactless. It's all contact free there.
Yeah. And listen, this is just what the big box stores are doing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what these other large groups are doing. The same. So we've got the same capacity, right, to do all this virtually.
My good friend Sharon just hit me and said, if I didn't get a stimulus check, can I still get it at tax time?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sharon. Thank you so much. If you didn't get a stimulus check last year or earlier this year, yes, you are able to claim the recovery rebate credit on your 2020 tax return. So if you didn't get a check, it doesn't mean that you've missed out. You are able to claim that credit on your tax return, even if you don't have a filing requirement. So again, we have a lot of folks who don't normally file taxes, but they're still entitled to their stimulus payments and may not have gotten it. So they can definitely file with us to get their recovery rebate credit and make sure that they get every dollar that they're entitled to. That's really what we are trying to do, is make sure that folks get all the money, all the funds that they deserve.
Do you have any? Oh, I was going to ask a question, but my girl Robin, that's my girl right there. My lazy nephew, if he eats all my food, it depends on how.
He live with you for 6 months.
Everybody and their lazy nephew. So there are a lot of rules around, great question, but there are a lot of different rules around claiming folks on your tax return. And, it really, really depends. So there's questions about how long your lazy nephew lived with you, if the nephew earned any money, if you provide all of the support for your nephew. So lots of rules around claiming folks. So again, the best way to figure that out is to make an appointment with us, and our our trained and IRS certified tax preparers will go through all of those eligibility rules with you to make sure that, if you can claim your lazy nephew, you absolutely do.
Listen,
but you cannot claim your pets.
You cannot claim your pets. No. And if you're one person, you're not head of household. Sorry to break it to you. I know everybody's mind gets blown when I tell them that, but even if you're,
it's your pet. You got to take it to the vet. You got to feed them.
No. You pay insurance, all that good stuff.
Well,
you support them. You don't know.
I ain't throwing my fish now.
Nope. Sorry, you can't claim your pets, and you can't be head of household as a single person.
Never knew that.
Yeah, it's very important.
Pick it up, Sarah.
do one of you guys have any small business advice? Because I'm trying to buy this ice cream truck, right? I'm really serious. I love ice cream.
Are you serious?
the middle of America, we all run to them. It's for kids, it's for adults, and I was thinking about buying an ice cream truck. What advice you got for me?
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm excited for you to have an ice cream truck. I can see it. Porkchop's ice cream truck. So we have a lot of resources for small business or folks that are interested in small businesses. So we have the Be More Collab, which again is a partnership with a few other organizations to help provide folks with information that they need and resources to, get that entrepreneurial spirit going. So we have our website, bemorecollab.org. Is that right, Sarah? Okay, great. And we have a certified public accountant, so a CPA, who's on staff there to prepare tax returns and do consultations for folks who are interested in starting that up. We also do webinars for folks that are interested in learning more information. As a matter of fact, they were teaching one earlier today about Schedule C returns and how to make sure you have everything, in your Baltimore briefcase that you need to file your Schedule C tax return. But we have a couple of other different things that are going on. We have a great partnership with the Baltimore County Libraries and the Enoch Pratt Library to have it's a 7-week course called the Entrepreneur Academy, which basically is a partnership with Cash and the Small Business Development Centers and the libraries to basically get folks information on marketing, branding, taxes and finances, and how to write your business plan. So that actually just launched. That's getting ready to start in the middle of February. It's a great resource. They just opened registration on the 25th. I don't know if there are any spots available, but there is a wait list that folks can join if they're interested in it. There's a lot of great resources there. The SBDC is a great partner of ours. And of course, if you're a sole proprietor and you have income under $57,000, we can do your taxes at Cash for free. It's got to be a simple tax return. Once you get things a little bit more complicated, like if you have employees, if you have stuff like a truck, you're probably going to want to go see our friends at the Be More Collab, because they have, that wealth of information to help you figure your stuff out there.
Now, I want to thank you both so much. Can you pin that website? Because Cassandra's right there scrolling. It's scrolling right at the bottom.
It is.
Be more free taxes.
You might be talking about the collab, though, for the business taxes. And so that's the bemorecollab.org. But that's on our website, too. If you want to scroll around on our website, it's on our website, too.
Go ahead, Cassandra. I see you out there.
And you can always, info@cashmd.org is also a great way, just as if you have a general question, info@cashmd.org is a great place. It's on our website too, to ask any particular question, and we'll point you in the right direction if we can't help you.
All right. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you so much. I miss you. I miss
you too.
I miss y'all, man. I had fun watching y'all run.
Yeah.
I used to be like, watch, she about to run over there. We used to sit there and watch y'all run around.
I know.
Can you do me a favor?
We do these interviews at a tax site too, so you can actually talk to clients and see us in action. So this is a little different.
Good. I'm gonna set an appointment for my taxes. I'm gonna come and be like, hey, can you? There you go. I was great. Ask. Can you get a number? But it's scrolling. 410-34 8008 Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and also www.bemorefreetaxes.org. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Porkchop.
Thank you, Porkchop. So good to see you.
I'll see y'all again very soon. I'm great.
In person, hopefully.
Yep, come to see you with the mask and
the mask on.
Everything. Thank y'all.
Thank you.